In this chapter, we're going to talk about relationships and marriage. When two people are in a relationship, they share life. This means they do everything together. You can't only think about your own interests in a relationship. Like, you can't only think about what is good for you. You can't be selfish. A selfish person is someone who only thinks about himself or herself. When the man and woman think about each other, they become very close, which means they develop their love for each other. They have understanding. They understand each other. Being selfish only leads to conflict. They fight all the time and forget all the good memories. Any relationship can survive, which means it can live for a long time, if the man and woman help and support each other. Support is another way to say help. It's normal for each one to be responsible for some things, to have some things they need to take care of, to have some tasks they have to do. And they should never try to escape from these responsibilities. They should never try to get away or to find a way not to do those tasks. Like, for example, washing the dishes, maybe taking care of the children, maybe buying something for their home. Both the man and the woman should take care of those responsibilities, and neither one of them should try to run away or to escape from those responsibilities. Men are different from women. They are not the same. A smart person, which means an intelligent person, can learn how to adapt with those differences. To adapt with anything means to accept that thing and to have no problem in dealing with that thing. Which is why you should always accept the other person. At the end, people should understand that real life is not like a fairy tale. An example of a fairy tale would be Cinderella. Life is not like a story we read in children's books. And love is definitely not enough for the marriage to succeed. If two people love each other, that's not enough. A man should always sacrifice for his woman. This means to give up his own comfort to satisfy her, to do something that would make him uncomfortable in order to make her happy. This is sacrifice. And if she loves him, she will do the same. I finally popped the question. I finally asked my girlfriend to marry me. Adam and Julie tied the knot last summer. They got married last summer. My wife and I are a match made in heaven. We're perfect for each other. My relationship is on the rocks. My partner and I are having many problems. We are going through a rough patch. We're having difficulties these days. My husband and I get along quite well. We rarely fight with each other. Next, we're going to talk about obligations. Obligations are responsibilities. We can express obligations or responsibilities in two different ways. The first one is with have to. I have to cook for my family every day. I don't have to wash their clothes too. The first one is a task I have to do, but the second is a responsibility I don't have to take care of. Jenny has to go to work every morning. She doesn't have to be in a relationship. This is not an obligation. It's not something she has to do. No, Amy doesn't have to wash the dishes. Does Amy have to wash the dishes? No, she doesn't. Yes, I have to take my kids to school. Do you have to take your kids to school? I have to wake up at 7 a.m. What time do you have to wake up? They have to go to work every morning. Where do they have to go every morning? The second way we can express an obligation is with must. I must take care of my young children. I must not leave them alone at home. Richard must sacrifice for his wife. He mustn't forget about her needs. Yes, Sandra must stay with her daughter. This question is going to begin with must. Must Sandra stay with her daughter? Yes, she must. No, Daniel mustn't go to the office today. Must Daniel go to the office today? No, he mustn't. I must stay with my wife for 5 hours. We can ask this question with how long or for how long. So we can say, for how long must you stay with your wife? She must call her husband tonight. This question is gonna start with who. So who must she call tonight? She must call her husband.
Haven't you heard?
Heard what?
Susan and Jim are tying the knot this summer.
Susan and Jim? No way! As far as I know, their relationship is quite stormy.
Well, I always thought they are a match made in heaven.
Weren't they on the rocks last week?
That was actually not a big deal. It was a stupid problem about some hotel reservation. And you know Susan, when she gets upset, she can be really aggressive.
They weren't even talking for a week.
Fights are a part of any relationship.
What should a person look for in a life partner? Start recording your videos today.